Good morning. We're doing a JephCon prep here. I've got my leaf juice. I've got my Streamlabs. I need a better light in here, but yeah, hi. JephCon prep is underway, and we're 2 weeks out, so you know that'll be happening real quick here. So it's gonna be October 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. We're going to be playing for a long time, and if you need more information about that, those dates or times, you can hit up my Twitter, @JephLewis. You can hit up my Instagram, @JephLewis. You can hit up my Facebook, @JephLewis. Or it'll be down in the doobly-doo here once this stream is done. So, let me get this tea bag out of the way. And we'll begin. So, the first kind of major event of the weekend here. Well, let me just get up the schedule into its own little window here so that we can look at that. Where did I save it? Right, on the JephCon page. Duh. There we go. So, let's go to the character mancer here. And by that I mean this thing. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, the schedule is as follows. We have Friday, starting games at 2 p.m. Eastern, because that's where I live, and that's when people could start being available, you know, for games and such. We have a Lost Mine of Phandelver speedrun. This time, it won't just be me. It will be between 2 and 4 characters, all at 20th level, blasting through the D&D starter set. Most likely, with 4 of them, we're gonna slog through this pretty quickly. You know, last time there was a lot of me having to play the NPCs and the characters, and you know, jump through a lot of hoops there. But with actual players, this may get done early. If it does, we'll probably just transition into Dragon of Ice Spire Peak with those same characters to try to, you know, blast through that as well. Maybe we can get through both D&D starter sets in the allotted time there. That would be fun. Saturday, we're going to be doing Magic Arena drafts. That's going to be me and myself and I, and that may change to another format if we have more folks who want to jump in on that. Then we've got Keep on the Borderlands Part 1 and 2. That's going to be Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I'm going to do the conversion for that probably next weekend on stream just to get more into practice, since it's been since May of 2020 that I've actually streamed, so ugh. So, yeah, that'll be fun. We're going to do as much of Keep on the Borderlands as we can on Saturday. Then Sunday, currently it's listed as TBD. This might be an in-person Commander game. I'm not sure yet. I got to do some tech setup and testing on that to make sure that it'll work. I'm not the command zone. I don't have access to hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of cameras, but we have some options that may work. Then we're going to be running my game, Punk's Been Dead Since 79, from 2:30 to 4:30. This is going to be a lake house party, the end of summer before everyone goes off to college or factory work or the military or whatever at the end of high school. And then the coup de grace of the whole thing, the Tristan Lewis Memorial Battle Royal, which happens every year at Gen Con. Jeez. Not used to being on camera. Every year at JephCon, we have a 4th edition Battle Royal. I had it penciled in for like 4 hours last time, and that seemed like too much. I think we ended like 2 hours early. So I'm going to pencil it in for 3 hours this time, knowing that we still may end early here. But, you know, these things these things take time to iron out. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to probably press gang my entire normal D&D group into this event because 5 to 8 is about an hour earlier than we usually play anyway. So if I can get them to show up, we'll have more grist for the murder mill there. So that is the schedule for JephCon. Again, 22nd, 23rd, 24th of October. So 2 weeks from last Friday. So what we're going to do next is we're going to start building some characters here. And we're going to start with... so my friend Samantha has said she wants to play an arcane trickster rogue. Got a message from another one of the players here. One moment. Okay. So, we've got, for the... I mean, you know, that's... You can hide your eyes, or you can give me feedback, since I haven't made high-level characters in a very long time in 5e. So, we're going to start with how I usually start these things, which is... We leave Eberron content on, we leave dice rolling on, optional class features on, milestone, fixed hit points, feats, multi-class requirements, level scaled spells, no encumbrance, ignore coin weight, modifiers on the top, and these will be public, so anybody can go to my page and check out the pre-gens here. So we're going to leave it as Mop Samantha for now. So, this is going to be an Arcane Trickster Rogue. Good. We always need more moderators there, Swappy Shoppy. I appreciate it greatly. So, let's see here. We're going to get... Since this is going to be an Arcane Trickster Rogue, I think we want to go off-brand for most of these, right? Like, we don't want to do, like, a gnome Arcane Trickster. You know, that's dull. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get the D&D Beyond Least Common Race Class Combos document up. All right. Let's look at what our least popular type of rogue is. So, this data is 3 years old, granted, which is, you know, it's going to be a bit old. It's no big deal. I have no problem with things being old. But so we're looking at negative numbers here. Goliath, Furbolg, and Tortle are our lowest, average numbers here at 0.7. If we throw Dwarf, Dragonborn, Aasimar in there, I don't know. I think I kind of want to go with either a Tortle or an Aasimar. Well, let's try the Aasimar out. Oh, right. We got like 9 different flavors of Aasimar. Good times. Tortle would be hilarious, mostly because with Arcane Trickster, it's your kind of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing. So let's try that out and see how it works, and we can always go back and switch it later. So, oh geez, when I don't have the full blindy white screen, my face is gone. I may have to get a ring light for this. All right, we're gonna do the Tortle here. So they get claws, they can hold their breath, they've got natural armor, which does put them generally ahead of a starting, like, rogue in armor class. Usually a rogue starts off with around 14 or 15 AC at high end. So you're starting off with a 17, which is good. I have tried turning on the brightness, turning the brightness up on my camera. It washes out really quickly because this is my oldest camera, since it's the one that I use the least. But that's definitely a thing to add to my list of stuff to try out during our tech tests in the upcoming week. Shell defense is interesting. I'm not sure how well that it will work with a rogue, but we do get survival for free. So we're going to do a rogue here. All right. So optional feature manager. What do you do? Give yourself... Okay. Bonus action. Yeah, that seems good. Let's give him steady aim. That'll be great. And we're going to crank this up to 20. Because we're going to do a speed run, and it's going to be New Game Plus, basically. So everybody will start with 3 magic items, a utility item, a weapon, and an armor, or 2 weapons if they're built for 2 weapons. So we need to pick out some proficiencies here. I'm thinking that we just make this, we do this rogue as the roguiest rogue we can. So it's going to be like acrobatics, stealth, perception, and like deception, I guess? Sure. Expertises. Acrobatics and stealth. I only do that because there are very few things that you would need thieves' tools for in this adventure. I think there's like 3 things, but there's plenty of people that you want to steal stuff from, and plenty of places you want to weasel your way into. We get sneak attack. At our level, it's an excessive number. All right. So, sneak attack. Beginning at first level, yeah. So, I think, let's see, it's every other level or so. We'll look at the character sheet to do the math on the sneak attacks here. You get Thieves' Cant, which is 80% useless in this. I think there's 1 NPC that speaks Thieves' Cant. We've got Cunning Action to dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action. We've got Steady Aim, so you can use your bonus action to give yourself advantage on your next attack roll. This is very good for rogues, as they don't get multiple attacks. They just get a big attack that will murder things. So, roguish archetype. So, we are going to do... so, I'm torn, because Sam told me, she was like, I like arcane tricksters. What I want to do is have a character that does stealthy stuff and also magic. So we've got a couple of options for that. There is the Arcane Trickster, but I believe the Phantom also... Oh, no, wait. The Phantom is the one that does stuff with the dead. Soul Knife? Psionic Power, Psionic Blades, Ability Scores, Psychic Veil. As an action, you become magically invisible along with anything you're wearing or carrying for 1 hour until you dismiss the effect. The invisibility ends early after you deal damage to a creature or force a creature to make a saving throw. You can't do it again until you do a long rest, or until you expend... So Arcana isn't one of the ones that we can pick from having from going rogue, but it will be a thing that we can pick up with a background. So the background will kind of shore up the few like intelligence-based skills that we need to pick up, definitely, though. I think the Arcane Trickster is probably our best bet, though, because it does give us spellcasting and Mage Hand up to like a reasonable distance to pick locks without actually being up next to it, which is fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back to this here in a second. We're going to go to ability scores first. And as I am a coward, we are going to do the standard array. So, dexterity. So here's the thing. Dexterity, not actually that important for a Tortle Rogue because your armor doesn't add your dex to it because you have a shell. But most of our rogue skills are based off dex. So there's going to be kind of a non-bow there, but I guess we could use a finesse weapon but use our strength for it rather than using dex. So we could do like 14, 15, 13, 12, 10, 8. I mean, that seems good, right? Yeah. That should work. All right, back to class. So, we're going to do an ability score improvement to max out strength. and then max out intelligence. So that gets us to strength 20. This gets us to, oh, not a feat. That gets us to intelligence. I love how many ability score increases that, God, I keep picking feat there. I think it's subconscious. I want to pick a feat, even though I know that there are no good ones for this build. So intelligence, ability score, increase, intelligence, constitution, ability score increase, constitution. Okay. So next choice we've got this expertise. So we get 2 more of these. Actually, I should wait until I pick the background here. So we need something that gives us Arcana. And there's a few of those. Or we can grab something that would give us Thieves' Tools and Stealth. I mean, yes, I am probably subconscious. One of these pre-gens is just going to be what would happen if Jeph built a character for myself here. So I think we're actually going to do Criminal, because it gives us 2 proficiencies we can choose. So we're going to do Arcana and Investigation, I think. Tool proficiencies, I mean, playing cards. And, oh, a tool proficiency. Let's do Poisoner's Kit. Yeah, that seems good. All right. So we're going to get Arcana expertise and Perception expertise. And then everything else is picked for us. We got Stroke of Luck. If your attack misses a target within range, you can turn that miss into a hit. Alternatively, if you fail an ability check, you can treat the d20 roll as a 20. That seems really good, just overall. All right. Description, got that. Criminal contacts, we got that. Suggested characteristics. All right, let's do the personal characteristics. Personality traits. Okay, so we're going to roll 2d8s, and we're going to figure out what this character is all about. A 3 and a 6. So 3 is, the first thing I do in a new place is note the locations of everything valuable or where such things could be hidden. All right. And 6, I don't pay attention to the risks in a situation, never tell me the odds. Fantastic. That seems like a fun character here. So ideal is a d6. All right, so we're going to go ahead and roll 3d6 here for the ideal, bond, and flaw. So we've got a 5, a 4, and a 2. So 5, people. I'm loyal to my friends, not to any ideals, and everyone else can take a trip down the sticks for all I care. Fantastic. All right, bond is a 4. I will become the greatest thief that has ever lived. Cool. And flaw, 2. When faced with a choice between money and my friends, I usually choose the money. We have just built Han Solo, but with magic powers, is what I'm reading here. We're going to leave the alignment stuff, physical characteristics, we're going to leave that out for now. So, equipment. We're going to do un rapier, a burglar's pack, a short bow, and that should be good. And then we'll equip this. Well, we'll wait for equipping stuff until we get done here. So here's the difference between this character and Naruto. I would watch a show with this person as the main character. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna pick out some magic items, and then we're gonna pick out some spells here. So we don't have shield proficiency, which cuts down on things a bit. I could go back and take away 2 of those con boosts to get like medium armor proficiency to give us shields. And actually I think I'm gonna do that. We're gonna edit this character here. We're gonna go back and we're gonna get shield proficiency at level like whatever the hell, 18. Whatever this last ability score, 19. We're gonna change this into a feat. And we're going to get, it's called moderately armored, I think. Medium armor and shields, strength or dex increases by 1, so we'll increase our dex. Cool. All right. Back to this guy. So, we're going to get a magic shield and a magic rapier and then a magic utility item here. So, let's manage some inventory, shall we? So, we need a weapon. It's got to be magical, and we got to be proficient with it. So, we're going to do rapier. Let's see. So, like, the smart thing to do would just be to take the numerically superior one. Just grab like a rapier +3 or a luck blade. I did have the rule that there were no legendary items last time. We couldn't go above purple. So I think we're going to do a frost brand, maybe? 1d6 extra cold damage. You have resistance to fire. In freezing temperatures, it says... when you draw this weapon, you can extinguish all non-magical flames within 30 feet of you. That seems very good for an infiltration character. I like it. Let's add that to our equipment. And then we're going to do a shield. Orb of shielding. Ah. All right, and a purple shield. So, animated shield, maybe. It just holds there. You don't actually need your second hand for it, which is nice. Shield of the Uven Rune. Oh, boy. Immune to cold damage. Good. Immediately after a creature hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to deal 3d6 necrotic. You can cast the Bane spell and Gift of Vengeance. Let's see. So this is just a +2 shield. It's cool, but I think it doesn't help for the speedrun aspect of things. So we're just going to do a +3 shield. And then for our wondrous item, we're going to do... Oh, I still have the word shield in here. Dodoy. Yeah, like, having an item with, like, 6 paragraphs of rules text doesn't seem like a great idea. So we're gonna... I'm doing this the hard way here. Let's just go to the magic items. And we can filter from there. And it'll be a little easier than doing it that way. So we're gonna do a wondrous item. And we want something that is... yeah, probably like movement related. Boots of Elvenkind, Boots of Levitation. What do Boots of Speed do? Double your walking speed. Any creature that makes an opportunity attack has disadvantage. Those are fine, I guess. Boots of Striding and Springing. Okay, jump your 3 times. Boots of Striding and Springing were so much better in previous editions. They gave you, like, extra movement. You could, like, you know, goes fast. Let's see here. Pennant of the Vindrune. Oh, it's another hundreds of friggin' pages of nonsense. Slippers of Spider Climbing. Those are, like, low level, but they're very fun. I don't want anybody to be flying around just because, like, if anyone can fly, I want everyone to be able to fly. So I'm going to go ahead and do these Slippers of Spider Climbing as the third item here. Slippers of Spider Climbing. Add to equipment. So, first, let's get the equipment equipped. Frostbrand Rapier. Attunement page. Doop, doop. Okay. Let's get rid of some of this equipment, shall we? So, we don't need this leather armor, because ridiculousness. We don't need this regular rapier. That's all fine. Backpack. Ball bearings, a bunch of cool stuff. Alright, fantastic. So, currently, our level 20 rogue is cruising along at an armor class of 22, which is, like, about 1 above where we're supposed to be at this level. For a rogue, at least. So that's good. We've got plus 11 to hit, 1d8 plus 5 damage, plus a d6 of cold damage on that Frostbrand. We've got resistance to fire. We've got some pretty good skill checks going on here. Now, the next step is spells. So you get up to 4th level spells as Arcane Trickster. So we know 4 cantrips and 13 total known spells. So let's look at cantrips, shall we? Now, like, the general thing we want to do here is stuff that will help us be sneaky. So we want light, only because turtles don't have dark vision. We want to do something that will let them do, like, minor bullshit, right? So let's throw Green Flame Blade on there, because it's good for roguering. Let's do Minor Illusion, because having Minor Illusion is good, and Prestidigitation. That all seems good. Though, actually, Minor Illusion, not as useful, since we do have a thing that we get Mage Hand benefits with. We'll go with Mage Hand. So, we've got 13 spells to pick from. I want to do, like, 4 of each spell level, but we'll start at the top. What are our most important spells for a Turtle Rogue? Now, this doesn't seem like it's filtering it correctly. I think Arcane Tricksters are only supposed to have access to, like, a couple of different... I don't know. Pass Without Trace is, like, 2nd level, right? Or is it 3rd level? Nope. Nope. Huh. Pass Without Trace is not on the list. That's weird. Unless it's 1st level, and I've just utterly missed it, but... Yeah, no. We do not get a Pass Without Trace. We do get Invisibility, which is like Pass Without Trace, but, you know, better. So, I think we're going to do... let's see here. We're going to do... I mean, like, Phantasmal Killer is fun, but, like, not the most interesting. Dimension Door seems like it'd be super useful for us, because it's a get-out-of-jail-quickly card. Stone Skin for that imperviousness. What does Hallucinatory Terrain do? There should be Hold Person. We'll check that at 2nd level here. Let's do... Oh, fun. Sickening Radiance. And we got 3, so we need 1 more. Let's do Charm Monster, maybe? That seems good. Alright, 3rd level. So, good things in here would be... non-detection's fine for, like, stuff that would be at the level we're at. Actually, I do want to, while I'm thinking about it, check 2nd level to grab Invisibility and Hold Person. Right at the gate, those are super useful. Blindness, Deafness, also really useful. Also Counterspell because it's hilarious. Let's see. Thunderstep. So this is a teleportation spell that creates a sonic boom. What's the spell that gives you advantage on your next turn? True Strike, but it's bad. So this character already has the thing where you can, as a bonus action, give yourself advantage on your next attack roll this turn. So True Strike is just a worse version of that, and it takes your whole action. So, not great there. Grabbing Tongues is probably good. Yes, level 20 characters. We are gonna be running circles around any fools that come after us. So we have almost no 1st level spells, so that seems like a thing we should probably get a few of, because 1st level spells are important. Disguise Self, very good for a rogue. Featherfall, also good for a rogue. And probably, actually that might just be it. Magic Missile, maybe, as like a backup damage spell. Alright, yeah, let's check let's check this out. So known spells. We've got Green Flame Blade, so you can make an attack, and I think that should proc sneak attack, but let's double check just to make sure. Okay, so once per turn, you can deal an extra 10d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon if you have advantage on the attack roll. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another target is within 5 feet of it, that enemy isn't incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage. So, by the wording of that, Green Flame Blade should work because you brandish a weapon and make a melee attack. It's not taking the attack action, it's just making an attack. So, the thing about Green Flame Blade is it does extra damage, and the secondary target is also taking 3d8 plus 5 damage. So basically, you're just ruining people. We've got lots of heightened options in the 4th level spell slots. Thunderstep, Tongues. Yeah, this seems like it would work fine. This seems like a subtle character that will be just fine. We could swap out Tongues or Sickening Radiance maybe for Shield, because 27 AC is pretty hilarious, honestly. I think I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to make this character just bonkers good. So let's remove Sickening Radiance and let's add Shield. There we go. That seems great. Can you upcast Shield? No. But, like, it's a 1st level spell, and you've got 4 of those. So, yeah, plus 5 bonus to AC, including against the triggering attack, and you take no damage from Magic Missile. So, this character's insight is bad. This is going to be an easy-to-dupe sort of character, but thankfully they do have proficiency on Wisdom saves, so it's not going to be that much of a hindrance. All right, so our next step is going to be our second character, and it's going to be a rogue. Or not a rogue, a ranger. Halfling ranger. It was the request from our next player. So, let's go back to the Lamop speedrun, all one word, and let's make a new unassigned character. I still do have last year's in here as backups. We've got a dwarf fighter, we've got a tabaxi rogue, we've got a tiefling warlock, and we've got a halfling circle of the moon druid. But those are going to be backup characters in case folks don't know what they want to do, you know. No homebrew content, no Magic the Gathering. Optional class features, yes. All that is good. Okay, fantastic. This is going to be Lamop Dawn. Okay, so we got a halfling and we got a ranger. Adorable. Okay, so halfling. We got 5 different flavors of halfling. So, like, I think we'd go Lightfoot just because they get naturally stealthy, which is nice. I don't honestly know what the different kinds of flavors of halfling get us. Resistance against poison damage and saving throws against poison. What is our third variety? Ghostwise gets like telepathy and a wisdom increase. So, Ghostwise gets wisdom, Stout gets constitution, Lightfoot gets charisma. Right? Lotus Den. What? Where the fuck are you from, buddy? Alright, let's look through all the halfling flavors here. So they all get +2 dex, they all get brave, and they all get lucky. And they can do halfling nimbleness. So Ghostwise gets +1 wisdom and telepathic speech within 30 feet. Seems good for a party that already has a sneaky rogue turtle. Lightfoot halfling, charisma +1, and even when you're obscured, basically you can hide behind your allies. Also very useful for having a big dumb turtle in front of you. Lotus Den. I'm guessing this is a everything from the Tal'Dorei stuff. Wisdom +1, Druidcraft, Entangle, Spike Growth, and all ability checks made to track you have disadvantage. You can move across difficult terrain made of non-magical plants and undergrowth without expending extra movement. I mean, seems pretty strong overall, getting Entangle and Spike Growth once per day each. And then House Jurasco has too much baggage on it. Mark of Hospitality, also too much baggage. Stout Halfling, Con +1, advantage on saves against poison, resilience against poison damage. The Stout Halfling could actually be very good for the dragon fight that's in this. Just having that resistance, but also, like, do a bunch of level 20s really care about a CR9 dragon? Not sure. I think I'm going to go with Lightfoot Halfling on this one. Gordon, Lightfoot Halfling. Let's see here. So, Lightfoot Halfling. Choosing. Now, no decisions to make, but that's fine. Class. So this is going to be a Ranger. We're going to do that. Gonna go up to 20. Alright. All right. Preference on ranged or melee ranger. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at proficiencies. So we get to choose from animal handling, athletics, insight, investigation, nature, perception, stealth, and survival. So we don't have anybody that has athletics yet, or nature. So let's grab nature and survival and animal handling? Sure, animal handling. Favorite enemy. We get 3 of them. So first we're going to pick dragons. Then we're going to pick... Oh, we get draconic. And then we're going to do... I'm trying to think of what this adventure has a lot of. Probably... like humanoids. And we're going to do... not gnomes. Goblinoids. And... lizard folk? No. Kobolds. And that gets us goblin. And then we're going to do monstrosities, which will teach us how to speak primordial. Okay. Second step. Did I turn on the optional class features? I did not. That's why it's not showing up. Okay. Optional class features. So, replaces Natural Explorer. Okay, this gives us basically, like, rogue stuff in place of Natural Explorer. Favored Foe gets us in place of... just gives us extra damage. And Primal Awareness. Hunter's Veil. As a magical action, you can... or as a bonus action, you can magically become invisible along with any equipment you are wearing or carrying until the start of your next turn. Number of times per day equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all of them on a long rest. You know what? We're going to do Nature's Veil instead of Hide in Plain Sight, because Hide in Plain Sight's Garbage Town. Favored Foe. And Deft Explorer. And then... additional... additional ranger spells. What does this even do? You can use a druidic focus as a spellcasting focus for your ranger spells. You know what? Sure, it doesn't hurt anything. So Deft Explorer, let's get Draconic and Goblin, and we're gonna be the best at nature. Favored Foe. Basically, anything we point at becomes our favorite enemy for the purposes of that. When you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can call in your mystical bond with nature to mark the target as your favorite enemy for 1 minute or until you lose concentration. The first time on each of your turns that you hit the favorite enemy and deal damage to it, including when you mark it. Oh, including when you mark it. You can increase that damage by 1d4. You can use this feature to mark an enemy the number of times equal to your proficiency bonus and regain all of them on a short rest. It is a 1d8 at level 14. Great. So basically every single attack we're doing does 1d8 extra damage. Fighting style. We're going to leave that one blank for a moment until I hear back from our player to figure out which way we're going here. Let's do some ability scores while we're waiting, though. Dexterity is going to be our most important one, followed by probably Con and Wisdom. Strength 8 because it's a halfling. 10. There we go. All right. That got us some class features. So, I'm going to build this as a ranged ranger until I hear otherwise. Because that just seems more fun. Archery. +2 to attack rolls with ranged weapons. Great. We have a lot of options for archetypes now. So, like, Gloomstalker would be very good if this was a traditional kind of underground campaign, but it really isn't. So I kind of want to do Horizon Walker or Hunter, just because they do the most damage. Let's check out Hunter and see what it does. So we get Hunter's Prey. We either get Colossus Slayer, Giant Killer, or Horde Breaker. I'm looking at the wrong one here. Let's try Horizon Walker. So you get some extra spells: Misty Step, Haste, Banishment, Teleportation Circle. You get Detect Portal. You get Planar Warrior. As a bonus action, choose a creature within 30 feet. The next time you hit that creature on this turn with a weapon attack, it deals an extra 1d8 or 2d8 damage. So you hit a thing, or use a bonus action to Planar Warrior your bow, and then you fire it, marking it. So that's 1d8 from the mark, 2d8 from the Planar Warrior. So that's 3d8 extra damage on that first attack. That seems pretty good for a ranger, but I could be entirely wrong. This character does get a feat, though, because we're taking Sharpshooter, boy. Once our dex is maxed out, it is cool. We're going to max out next Wisdom, I think. Yeah, that seems like the best path forward there. And then we finally get a feat, because we get Sharpshooting. Sharpshooter is very good for this build. And then we're going to do... do we have any other feats that would be good for this at all? Like, there's not like a sniper, but there is a spell sniper. What does Squat Nimbleness do? Increase your walking speed by 5, proficiency in athletics or acrobatics, advantage on athletics or acrobatics to escape from being grappled. No thanks. Tough? Twice your level. Yeah, tough seems good, honestly. And then we will max out Constitution on this one here. Give this friend some more hit points. 16, okay. Brilliant. Do I have any ability score improvements that I've left unfinished? Okay. Cool. Extra attack, Ethereal Step. You can cast the Etherealness spell with this feature at the end of your current turn. So basically you just phase out of existence. That seems fun. Yeah, cool. So, yeah. What does Foe Slayer do? Once each turn, you can add your Wisdom modifier to the attack roll or the damage roll of an attack you make against one of your favorite enemies. You can choose this feature before or after the attack roll, but before any effects of the roll are applied. Seems fine. Yeah. 224 HP seems like a goodly amount. So, we have a ranger. They are a ranged ranger. A rangeder, if you will. We need to get some... Let's check our skills again. So, our skills were nature, survival, and animal handling. We need something that gives us a movement one and probably perception. So let's go with athlete, acrobatics, and athletics. Maybe gladiator, acrobatics and performance. Meh. I don't want to use any of the like build your own because it's kind of eh. Solider gives us athletics and intimidation. You know what? I think athlete is probably our best bet here, just because it gets us vehicles, land, athletics, acrobatics, and a bonus language, which will be undercommon. That seems great. Okay, equipment. Let's get an equipment for this person. Leather armor. We are an archer. 2 short swords, explorer's pack, and a longbow. Ooh, we get to pick a bronze discus or a leather ball. I mean, like, clearly, the bronze discus is hilarious, right? Just this halfling that carries around a giant bronze plate, basically. Perfect. We're going to add that bronze discus as a weapon, too. That's going to be fun. Okay, so let's get those there, and we're going to get some stuff going on here. So, halfling. We have to use a short sword or a short bow, which is less than ideal. But, so we need to do a magical weapon short bow. So let's clear these out, and then let's just look through the big list of weapons. And then our advanced filter is short bow. Let's check all the weapons. Yeah, Halfling Captain America. Perfect. There are not a lot of bows in the D&Ds this time around, which is kind of disappointing, if I'm being honest. I think we just use the weapon to give this character their boring magic item. So let's do that. Short bow +3. And then the armor, I guess we can make the interesting one of the two. Armor. We need... let's see here. We need a... studded leather or mithril, I guess. Let's see what cool studded leathers we can get here. What does Last Stand armor do? If you die, it's destroyed, and each... Okay, that's kind of dumb, but also, like, kind of hilarious. So, when you die, the armor explodes, and every Celestial Fae and Fiend within 30 feet has to make a Charisma saving throw or be banished to its home plane of existence. That's fine, but not what we want here. Living armor. So living armor is funny. You have resistance to necrotic, poison, and psychic, and you get a +1 bonus to your armor class, but you can't remove it. Immediately after you finish a long rest, you must either feed half of your remaining hit dice to the armor or take 1 level of exhaustion. That just seems bad. Okay, let's swap the studded leather for, like, a breastplate or a chain shirt, because they do technically get medium armor. Let's see what our options look like here. Something that has enough max dex bonus to let us use our full 20 there. So I guess really it's just mithril armor, right? Because no armor check penalty. Elven chain. +1 bonus. Yeah, I don't know. Adamantine armor. Critical hits become normal hits. That could be good. Let's do mithril. Armor. Alright. So, mithril breastplate, 14 AC, chain shirt, 13 AC. Let's add both of these and see which one gets us a higher AC overall. Let's just do all of the medium armor ones. Okay. So, let's do equipment. So we're going to do Mithril Breastplate takes us from 15 to 16. Mithril Chain Shirt takes us from 15 to 15. Mithril Halfplate takes us to 17. Seems not ideal. All right, let's check leather armor again. Armor, leather. Okay. Studded leather of resistance, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, what's a good resistance to have in this campaign? I guess, like, poison resistance, probably. Let's add this and see what this does to our armor class. 17. Okay. So let's get rid of these mithril ones. And then we need a wondrous item. Reset all these filters. Give me a wondrous item or a ring. All right, fine. I said clear all filters, but okay. All right, so a ring or a wondrous item, and we want it to be utility or I don't know. Eyewear? Sure. Let's look for utility or eyewear. Eye and Hand of Vecna. Eyes of the Eagle. You have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. Or Eyes of Minute Seeing. You have advantage on investigation checks. Yeah, let's go with the Eyes of the Eagle. Well, no. It's not powerful enough. Let's look at... Dodecahedron of Doom, you say? Hurled up to 60 feet as an action, and a random thing happens. Okay. So, let's see here. Ghost Lantern? Oh, I don't care enough. There's still too much text on that. We need something cool, but, like, concise. Let's see here. Professor Orb. No thanks. Ring of Animal Influence. Animal Friendship, Fear, and Speak with Animals. I mean, that could be cool. Ring of Spell Storing. You can cast any spell stored in it. Okay, maybe. Rope of Climbing, maybe. Donkey's Ring from Candlekeep. You can cast Telekinesis only on objects that aren't being worn or carried. That seems like it's a very specific thing to that game. So let's just do Eyes of the Eagle. That seems good, right? Add that, and then we'll also add the discus, just because I want that discus to be a thing. So that's going to be a weapon. It's going to be magical. We're going to be proficient with it. So that's going to be... We're going to treat that as a javelin, I guess. But we're going to change it to... we're going to change it to... Yeah, that seems good. Add to equipment. Okay. So we're going to equip that. We're going to equip that. And then What attuned items do we need here? Doop, doop, doop. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to change the javelin. We're going to customize that to discus of lightning. Of warning. And I don't have a way to change the damage type, but that's fine. Okay, so we got the discus, we got a short bow. We do need a range or a melee weapon here, so we're gonna equip the short swords as well. Cool. All right. So this character is mostly done. We just need to pick out some ranger spells here. So we get 11 known spells. Let's look at our 5th level spells and see what we can do here. Greater Restoration. That seems like a good kind of backup. What the hell does Conjure Volley do? Each creature in a 40-foot radius makes a dex save, and they fail, they take 8d8 damage. Cool. Alright, I think that's probably good for 5th level spells. 4th level spells, let's do... Guardian of Nature. And let's do Locate Creature. Let's do Freedom of Movement. Let's go to 2nd level spells. Do Elemental Weapon, Revivify, and Conjure Barrage. 2nd level we'll do Lesser Restoration and Pass Without Trace. And then 1st level we're going to do... we already have a thing that does Hunter's Mark effectively. So let's do Goodberry and Cure Wounds. Got us a support ranger here, much like Captain America. Let's see here. Okay, so that will be our placeholder until she gets back with me to make this character here. So next, we're going to... Oh, right, that just has those. So let's go back to my campaigns, and we will get the next one going here. So based on my knowledge of some of the players, we're going to just make some educated guesses, and then we can always go back and update these here. So let's do that. And no encumbrance. Sure, fine, great. And this is going to be Elmop, Seth. Okay. So, Seth, in most of the games that I've played with Seth, he has played a cleric of some kind, usually. He likes to hit stuff. So maybe we just go paladin with this one, so it's like I'm partially cleric, but I'm also a giant damage swordman. And like the standard paladin, it seems like, build has been like a level of Hexblade and then just be tiefling and just max your charisma forever, or changeling and max your charisma forever. So what I want to do instead is something that has a charisma bonus but doesn't get used a lot. So let's look at the chart. So our least played paladin classes are Tabaxi, Kenku, Elf, and Gnome. Yeah. So I think I kind of want to roll a Tabaxi. Because, like, I mean, Tabaxi sucks. Because, like, it doesn't have strength, and it doesn't have, strength, and it doesn't have charisma. So that's, like, not great. Look at this Furbolg Druid, though. And the Goliath Barbarian. Very big outliers. I wonder if anybody on a stream has ever played those classes before. Looks directly in the camera. So, yeah, Kenku is our outlier. What do Kenku even get? So, Dex and Wisdom. So, already that's not ideal. They can't fly. They're experts in forgery. They've got acrobatics, deception, stealth, and sleight of hand. Yeah, I don't think this is our way to go about this. What's our least common that has a strength bonus? So, Elf does not. Tiefling does. Wow, Tiefling Paladins are below 0. Weird. One of the varieties of Genasi do. Alrighty. Okay. Got approval that the Halfling Ranger should be a ranged ranger, so that's good. Alright, so lizard folk, that could be kind of hilarious. A lizard folk paladin. Okay. Lizard folk paladin could be hilarious. Changeling could also be kind of funny. Turtle, we already have one of those. Furbolg. Furbolg could be interesting, right? They get a strength bonus, right? Wisdom and strength. Yeah, wisdom 2, strength 1. Yeah, the only downside is that, like, I guess you get detect magic and disguise self, and then you can magically turn invisible. That seems like it could be very good overall, but it might overshadow the rogue if everyone else can turn invisible. So let's keep going. Warforged is at a 0. Tabaxi, Aarakocra, Gnome, Goliath. Anything above 0 is automatically out. Genasi, Halfling, Tiefling, Half-Elf, Elf. Well, let's check the Genasi. Genasi. I assume Earth is our... Yeah, Strength and Con. You know, that's probably what we want to do. Let's just do an Earth Genasi. That seems great. We get Strength +1, Con +2. They get Earthwalk and Merge with Stone. It's Pass Without Trace. Yeah, that's great. More Pass Without Trace cannot hurt. So, class. This is going to be a Paladin, because Paladin. Crank it up to 20. Let's see what optional class features they have. We're going to do the additional spells because, you know, because they're good, you know. Fighting style, we don't need to swap that out since we're just rebuilding it, and we don't get regain 1 expended spell slot by using Channel Divinity. Sure. Can't hurt. Alright, so proficiencies. We get 2. We're going to do Athletics and Religion. And then we'll pick up something that gives Perception with our background. Divine Sense, Lay on Hands, additional Paladin spells. This is going to be a great weapon. Paddling. Because we're just going with big, meaty swings. Sacred Oath. So, this is where it gets interesting. So, like, we've got Oath of Glory from Mystic Odysseys of Theros. I don't know why it has the moot at the front of it when none of the other ones do. It's either going to be Conquest or Vengeance, just because those are, like, the 2 best ones. What are your thoughts, chat? We're building this 20th level character for a speed run of Lost Mine of Phandelver. We have a rogue that is an arcane trickster, very big on just, like, big damage. And then we have a ranger who is a ranged attacker, also focused on big damage. So, like, big damage does seem like the way to go, because that's the fastest way to end combat is to murder the other side, right? So, Vengeance is good. Conquest, make sure you don't miss, because it's got the Oath of Conquest effect on it. So, like, I really don't know. I really don't. Yeah, that's true. Oath of Vengeance for now, and then we'll burn that bridge when we get there. So let's do some ability scores here. Standard Array. Strength. As high as it'll go. Constitution. As high as it'll go. Charisma. As high as we can get it. I think this is going to be our dumping dex character, so they'll be wearing heavy armor. So 16 strength, 16 con, 10 intelligence, 12 wisdom, 13 charisma. Great. We will start bumping up charisma as the build goes on. So ability score improvement 1 is going to be a feat, and it's going to be great weapon mastery because this is a dumb. All right. Next, we're going to max out our strength. Then we're going to max out our strength. Then we're going to max out our charisma. It bothers me that they're in alphabetical order rather than the order that they are on the character sheet, but, you know, minorest of quibbles. Okay, so ability score increases are all chosen. 184 hit points, which compared to our ranger is, or rather our rogue, is a bit low. But we're also going to be doing a truckload of damage, so, you know. So background, we're going to do... We need a thing that gets us perception and something else. So soldier gets us intimidation and perception. Great. Gaming set, we're going to do... Everybody in this party knows how to play cards. Equipment. We're going to do 2 martial weapons, 5 javelins, an explorer's pack, and a amulet. We're going to get a broken blade and a deck of cards. Cool. Now, let's build the rest of this character out, shall we? Paladins are easy. There's like 3 choices we have to make, and our armor class is currently bad. So let's get our weapons and armor out of the way first. So, inventory. We're going to do an armor, and it's going to be Plato, and it's going to be magical. We're going to be proficient with it. So, like, plate +2 seems like a solid bet. What does dwarven plate do? +2 bonus, so it's +2, and in addition, if an effect moves you against your will along the ground, you can use your reaction to reduce the distance you've moved by up to 10 feet. Seems awesome. That's going right into our equipment, and then we're going to do a weapon. So, this is a great sword build, because the number of dice we roll is important. Great sword. So, do we want to do... Like, Flame Tongue is good, because it doesn't give us extra, it doesn't give us extra to hit, but it does give us 2d6 extra fire damage every time. There's also Life Stealing, which is, on a crit, it does necrotic damage and you regain hit points. Mind Blade. Oh, it's a Mind Flayer thing. Frostbrand is good, Sharpness is good. Maximize damage against objects, and it does 14 extra slashing damage and can lop off limbs. 9 Lives Stealer. It's all critical hit based, so like fine. I think we're gonna do the Flame Tongue because it's 2d6 extra fire damage. Adds up real quickly with this build. And then for our wondrous item, let's just take all the boxes off, and it's just going to be about rings for this character. And we're going to do a I guess we just grab a Ring of Protection, right? Like, it's just +1 to AC and saves, so protection. Ring of Protection, Iron Stone of Protection. Iron Stone of Protection is just worse, so I guess it doesn't take up a ring slot. Dwarven Plate, Flame Tongue, that, Attunement, these 2. Cool. So, 21 AC without a shield. Seems good. Let's get those javelins added back on here. Remove this thing. Yeah, good. Alright. So, we have javelins that do some damage. We've got Flame Tongue Greatsword that does 4d6 + 5 on a hit. Seems good. And then a shit ton of smites. Let's get some spells, shall we? Hunter's Mark, Misty Step, Hold Person, Pass Without Trace, Haste, Dimension Door, Banishment, Hold Monster, and Scrying. Alright, let's get some prepared spells here. So, for 5th level spells, we're going to do 1 5th level spell because we already have 2 prepared, and that's probably enough. Destructive Wave is good. Each creature within 30 feet must save on a con save, or make a con save or take 5d6 Thunder and 5d6 Necrotic or Radiant and be knocked prone. Banishing Smite is always good because it does an extra 5d10 force damage. If it reduces the target to 50 or fewer hit points, it's banished. If the target is native to the plane of existence that you're on, it disappears. And it vanishes into a harmless demi-plane. It remains there until the spell ends, at which point it reappears in the space it left or the nearest unoccupied space. Cool. Yeah, let's do Banishing Smite. That seems fun. Fucking Circle of Power. Each friendly creature has advantage on saving throws against spells. That seems fine, but not what we're going for here. So we've got Banishment and Dimension Door. Let's do. What's Staggering Smite do? 46 psychic damage. They must make a Wisdom save. It has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls and can't take reactions. Seems good. Aura of Life. Each non-high resistance to necrotic and its hit point maximum can't be reduced. In addition, it regains 1 hit point when it starts its turn. Sure. Alright, 3rd level spells. Aura of Vitality. Yeah, that seems good. Crusader's Mantle. Elemental Weapon. Non-magical weapon. Nope. Scribe Revivify, because that's important. And remove Curse. We're going to do Prayer of Healing. Aid. Bless. Compelled Duel. This character is very heavy into concentration spells, but that's kind of what these nerds do. Detect Magic. And let's grab another 3rd level spell. What's Magic Circle do? Nope, not useful enough in this. Dispel Magic seems good. Additional 4th level spell. 5th level spell. Dispel Good and Evil. Yeah, that seems good. 13 prepared spells. Seems like this is going to be a bonkers kind of a paladin here. Now, like, realistically, we could go back and probably, like, swap some stats around. Maybe make Charisma secondary and Con the tertiary stat. And that would get us more to all of our saves. Spell DCs are higher. But I think more hit points is more useful for this character overall. But we will see how that shakes out. Does the Paladin have the lowest AC? That's the real question. So let's open up all these characters so far. View. Alright, so our Ranger is currently sitting at 224, because we took Toughness. So that's adding 40 hit points there, effectively. With a 17 AC. So, we got a 22 AC with 143 hit points, and 184 and 21. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. The Ranger does have the most hit points, which is funny as hell to me. But we don't need a lot of hit points for the characters overall. You know, we could always take Toughness out of the equation and just, like, increase Wisdom for this character. That'd get us down to 184 hit points, which is about where the Paladin's at, right? Yeah. So, I mean, that's probably the smart thing for this character. Give it another bump into Wisdom, or take, like, yeah, Wisdom is probably the better bet there. Like, because saves overall are not great on this character. Like, granted, the Rogue is probably worse with that 0 Charisma save and low Con saves, but, like, it'll be fine. I'm overthinking things, as usual. Alright, so we need to create another unassigned character here. We're going to do... So we have a melee DPS, a ranged DPS, and a melee DPS. So we need, like, a control and support character here. So that gives me a Bard. So optional class features, no encumbrance. Cool. Alright, so we need a Bard, but we need a Bard that's, like, not super common. So Elf maybe. Dwarf or Dragonborn. Dragonborn would be kind of funny, actually, because that was what Scaly Whizzleteeth, our speedrun character, was for last year. Aasimar, half-orc, gnome. Oh, hey, a gnome bard. I wonder if anybody's ever played those on a stream before. Furbolg, changeling. I mean, like, changeling seems like the easy mode option, right? Because they can stack their. They can stack. Oh, they fixed it. Okay. So ability score increase is gonna. Oh. We can also increase charisma. So, like, charisma +3 at character creation seems good. We're going to start with persuasion and insight. And then we're going to get infernal and dwarvish. Cool. Alright, this is going to be a bard. We're making this the second gayest possible character. Because, obviously, a tiefling bard, as is evidenced by the community at large, is the gayest possibility. So we're going to do bard. 6 proficiencies. We get 3 musical instruments. So we're going to do bagpipes. We're going to do drums. And we're going to do a pan flute. And then 3 skills. We're going to do performance. We're going to do arcana. Wait, we already have somebody with arcana. We have somebody with nature. We have somebody with religion. Okay, so we're going to do stealth and acrobatics. Everybody needs a mobility thing. Bard College. So, last time we were... Actually, let's check. Let's check what we were last time. Let's see what Scaly Whizzleteeth was. What kind of bard this nerd was. Scaly Whizzleteeth was a bard that had Lightbringer and Hue. So features and traits, bardic, inspiration. It was a College of Swords, so no College of Swords. We're gonna do College of Glamour, College of Whispers, College of Valor. Let's do College of Lore because we want this to be the wizardiest, clericiest bard we can. And for our skills, we're going to do Persuasion and Acrobatics. Actually, Persuasion and Insight. Bonus proficiencies. We get 3 skills of our choice. We're going to do History, we're going to do Medicine, and we're going to do Religion. Ability score improvement, Charisma, and then we can just ignore our ability score improvements going forward. We don't actually want to, but... okay, let's get our abilities situated here because I don't want to fail this here. So I'm going to pop that there. Actually, we don't want con to be our second highest stat. We want dex to be up there. Intelligence, wisdom, and another strength dropper. Great. Okay, so let's additional magical secrets. We're going to get Aura of Vitality. And we're going to get Fireball. Ability score improvement. We're going to ability score improvement our intelligence this time. And we get an expertise in some more skills. We're going to do acrobatics and history. More magical secrets. Let's see here. What is the biggest, dumbest thing we can get here? So level we can cast at 10th level would be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So 5th level spells. Gravity Sinkhole. Yeah, that seems great. And, I mean, like, Scorching Ray is always good, right? Scorching Ray is a fantastic spell. Ability score improvement. So, we're going to grab another ability score improvement. We're going to bump our intelligence one more time. And then magical secrets. So, 14th level gets us 7th level spells. I wish I could sort this by spell level. But I can go spells over here. Game rules, spells, view all. So we're going to do spell level 7. Filter. Alright. Conjure Celestial. Create Maugin. I don't know what that is. It's probably a Critical Role thing. Crown of Stars, Delayed Blast, Fireball, Divine Word. What does Divine Word do? Any numbers of creatures you can see within range. Each creature you hear must make a Charisma saving throw, and a fail save. They get effects based on their current hit points. Deafened for a minute. Blind and deafened. Blind, deafened, and stunned. Killed instantly. Yeah, that seems good. That seems great, actually. Let's grab Divine Word. If it'll let me pick it. Divine Word. And Sword in Canaan. You make a melee attack against a target of your choice within 5 feet of the sword. Oh, you just get to pick where it lands. And it just makes an attack every turn. I mean, it seems good, but there's dumber stuff we can get here. I mean, reverse gravity's fun. Just everything flies upward. Yeah, that seems great. Teleport. I kind of don't want anybody to take teleport because, like, it's very not built for that, and that it seems like a no clip hack, which is not what we're going for here. We're going for not 100%, but like completion without any skips or glitches. So let's just do Finger of Death. Right, I forgot that exists. Finger of Death. Wait, I can just take Disintegrate. What am I doing? Finger of Death is like Disintegrate, but it's worse. So Disintegrate. They make a save. 10d6 plus 40 force damage. Versus Finger of Death, which is 7d8 plus 30. And you get a zombie out of it. It's a con save versus a dex save. I think the dex save is better for us. So let's go with that. Peerless Skill. You can use Bardic Inspiration to make on skill checks. Cool. Ability score improvement. Let's bump our con up some. Actually, let's bump our dex up some. Dex. I said dexterity. Magical Secrets at 18th level gets us 9th level spells. So let's find some 9th level spells, shall we? We'll also look at 8th while we're here. Just to make sure that we don't have any sort of rationale for this. So, since we're at 5 viewers, last time I checked we were at 2. Welcome, new folks. Hi. So what we're doing right now is we're building characters for a Lost Mine of Phandelver speedrun that I'm going to be running at JephCon in a couple of weeks here. It'll be August 22nd, 23rd, 24th here at twitch.tv/JeffLewis or at jeffcon.org. Here's our schedule. That's the schedule there. We're making these characters for this, the Lost Mine of Phandelver speedrun here. We did one last year. It was rad. It was just me running one 20th level bard through the Lost Mine of Phandelver, and it took about 6 hours. And that was with no hacks or glitches or no clipping or anything like that. I just played it through like normal. And this year we're going to do it with a group of characters, and it's going to be pretty fun. So, we've got 3 characters built so far. We have a Tortle Rogue, we have a Halfling Ranger, and we have a Earth Ganasai Paladin. I pronounce that word differently every time. Don't worry about it. And right now we're building a College of Lore Bard to kind of fill the wizard/cleric/support role. So what we're looking at right now is 8th and 9th level spells for our magical secrets. So, like, I kind of just like Blade of Disaster here, because it's just a 4d12 dancing sword that we can use as a weapon. There's also, what does Dark Star do? Creates a sphere centered on a point. It can be up to 40 feet. Area within the sphere is filled with magical darkness and crushing gravitational force. Any creature that enters the spell's area on its first time on its turn or starts its turn there must make a con save. The creature takes 8d10 force on a failed save and half as much on a successful. Creatures reduced to 0 hit points by this damage are disintegrated. A disintegrated creature and everything it is wearing and carrying except magic items are reduced to a pile of fine gray dust. Magical... dark vision doesn't work. No sound can... It's magical darkness and silence and crushing despair. But it is a con save. We try to avoid those on this if at all possible. Glibness. Kind of funny, but it's already a bard spell. Incendiary Cloud. 10d8 fire damage on a failed save. I would rather just cast a regular-ass fireball at that point. Invulnerability could be good. You are immune to all... You know what? Yeah, let's grab Invulnerability. That sounds hilarious. Invulnerability. And... Reality Break? Are we going for the hentai spell here? You shatter the barriers between realities and timelines, thrusting a creature into turmoil and madness. Yeah, exactly. Hunger of Hadar and Disintegrate made a baby. Definitely a good description of that spell. Wisdom save, or it can't take reactions until the spell ends. The target must also roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns. The number rolled determines what happens next. At the end of each of its turns, the target can repeat the wisdom save, ending the spell in a success. So, Visions of the Far Realm, 6d12 psychic damage and stunned. Rending Rift, Dex save, 8d12 force damage, or half as much on a successful one. The target is teleported, along with everything he is wearing and carrying, up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see. It also takes 10d6 force damage, or 10d12 force damage and knocked prone. 10d12 cold damage and blinded. Seems like a lot to worry about. Time Ravage. Okay, con save or take 10d12 necrotic damage. If the spell, it also... Oh. If the save fails, the target also ages to the point where it only has 30 days left before it dies of old age. It has disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws, and its walking speed is halved. That just seems like a fantastic debuff spell, honestly. Like, it does a lot of damage. It does cost 5,000 gold to cast, which is rough. We'll come back to that one. Yeah. I think Reality Break is our strongest one so far. But it might just be Tsunami? 300 feet long, 300 feet wide, 50 feet thick. The wall lasts for the duration. When the wall appears, everybody's got to make a strength save. They take 6d10 bludgeoning damage. At the start of each of your turns after the wall appears, the wall, along with any creatures, move 50 feet away from you. So it's just this slowly encroaching wave of death. Any huge or smaller creature inside the wall or whose space the wall enters when it moves must succeed on a strength save or take 5d10 bludgeoning damage. It can only take this damage once per round. At the end of the turn, the wall's height is reduced by 50 feet, so it can realistically only do 5 turns. Creatures caught in the wall can move by swimming because of the force of the wave. They must make an athletics check against the spell save DC to move at all. You know what? I think we were on the right track on the first page here. With what if Hunger of Hadar had a baby? Dark Star. Sure. We've got a lot of D spells here, but that's fine. Actually, I kind of just want to take Cone of Cold. Cone of Cold is hilarious and does like a stupid amount of damage. Yeah. Not Compulsion. We can just take that. Cone of Cold. Dark Star's fine, but it doesn't... It takes too long to do what it needs to do. Let's get a feat. And we're going to pick... Inspiring Leader. Everybody needs 20 hit points, right? Oh, temporary hit points equal to your level plus charisma. Everybody needs 25 hit points, right? Cool. Abilities. Cool. This is definitely the most fragile character of all of them. That's for sure. Okay. Background option. Let's get Anthropologist. That gives us 2 more skills. We can take Investigation and Perception. We're going to get 2 more languages. We're going to take Deep Speech and Abyssal. That should cover almost all the languages. Plus, this character can just use the Adept Linguist background feat to do other stuff. So we need a rapier, we need a diplomat's pack, we need any other musical instrument. It's going to be a pan flute. Add all that stuff. Next, time to do a magic item shopping. So let's look at magic items. So we're gonna get a ranged weapon for this character as our main like attack, like our main weapon here. So we're gonna do weapon. It's gonna be a longbow, an antimatter rifle. You know, right? Bows are not great in this game. Corpse Slayer? Not a lot of undead in this. I think, again, we just go with the +3 longbow here. And then, yeah, +3 longbow. Weapon, magical, proficient weapon. And this is going to be a longbow. Why is shortbow... am I not proficient with longbows as a bard? I'm not. Oh, no. Okay. Let's go to shortbow. It is. Shortbow +3. Great. Then we're going to do an armor. This character has a dex of 3, so that's going to do mithril. Light armor. Right. This is the same problem I had with the rogue. Well, not really, the ranger more, but so let's grab psychic resistance, maybe acid resistance, necrotic resistance seems good. Let's add that. Okay. Short bow, armor, dagger. Remove this leather armor. We're gonna keep this rapier. And then we're going to add a weird wondrous item. And it's going to be... we need an instrument, right? So we need to do a wondrous item. I think all the bard instruments require a thing of attunement. So, bard. Instrument of the bards. Okay, here we go. Here's our full list. So, we need a very rare, so I guess the Anstreth harp is our weapon. It lets them cast fly, invisibility, levitate, protection from evil and good, control weather, cure wounds, and wall of thorns. Great. Anstreth harp. Okay. Add to equipment. There we go. Attunement. These two. Cool. Spells. Alright, let's pick out some cool spells that this bard knows. So we need 4 cantrips. So we're going to take Mending. We're going to take Vicious Mockery, because it's a bard, and you need it. It's the law. We need Message, and we need Friends? Sure, that seems fine for this. So we get 22 minus 6, so that's 16 spells. So we're going to get 1 9th level spell, 2 8th, 3 7th, and then work from there. So Power Word Heal or Psychic Scream. Psychic Scream, 14d6 psychic damage and is stunned. I mean, yeah, that seems good. 14d6 seems like a good amount of stuff. Or we could just get Power Word Kill, since there's no save. Anything with 100 hit points or less dies. That might be better. most of the stuff in this game has less than 100 hit points. We're going to do Dominate Monster and Glibness, I think. Plus, oh, yeah, whenever you make a charisma check, you can replace the number you roll with a 15. Yeah, that seems good. It doesn't work for the thing, though. Let's do Power Word Stun. 7th level spells. Dream of the Blue Veil. That's too much text, and it doesn't do anything interesting. Let's do Regenerate, Resurrection, 6th level spells. Otto's Irresistible Dance and True Seeing. 5th level spells. Dominate Person, Hold Monster, Mass, Cure Wounds. 4th level spells. Dimension Door. 3rd level spells. What does Intellect Fortress do? Resistance to psychic damage as well as advantage on all these brain saves. Sure. Speak with the Dead. Seems good. And Tongues. Oh, I'm taking too many. Let's get rid of Tongues. Heat Metal. And... Calm Emotions. 1st level spells. Not a lot of them. Healing Word. Okay. So we are definitely much more stacked on high level spells than low level ones. So maybe we should remove one of these high level spells. So let's get us down to 2. So Hold Monster. And we'll replace that with something from 1st level here. Fairy Fire. 6th level has 2, 7th level has 2, 8th level has 2, 9th level has 1. Okay. That seems good, right? So we've got Friends, Mending, Message, Vicious Mockery, Fairy Fire, Healing Word, Protection from Good and Evil, Calm Emotions, Heat Metal, Scorching Ray, Aura of Vitality, Fireball, Healing Word, Heat Metal, Intellect Fortress, Scorching Ray, Speak with Dead, Aura of Vitality, Dimension Door, Fireball, Gravity, Sinkhole. These are all upcast. So... Gravity, Sinkhole, and Dimension Door are our 4th level spells there. Cone of Cold, Dominate Person, Mass Cure Wounds, Disintegrate, Otto's Irresistible Dance, Wall of Thorns, True Seeing, Divine Word, Regenerate Resurrection, Control Weather, Dominate Monster, Power Word Stun, and Invulnerability, Power Word Kill as our 9th level spells. So overall, this character seems pretty friggin' solid. These hit points are leaving a lot to be desired. So we may want to go back to that. Let's check our ability score improvement here. I think toughness is better for us here, right? Because that gives us 40 hit points, and everybody else should have enough hit points at this level. Yeah. 163 seems much more like a number of hit points that a 20th level character should have. Okay. So, we have these characters done. You know, overall, hang on, how much damage does Scorching Ray do if I upcast it all the way? Scorching Ray does 1 additional ray. So, that's 8 rays for 2d6. So that's 16d6 damage to effectively 1 target if we stack it all together. That seems good. That seems solid. I like it. Ugh. Okay. So, it's been about an hour and 45 minutes of me jammering into the wind to myself here. We've got all these characters done. So... The next step would be to just kind of double check everybody here. What am I doing? What am I doing? I shouldn't take Cone of Cold. I should take Meteor Swarm. Duh, Jeff. Obviously. Alright, let's fix that. Magical Secrets. Cone of Cold, you become Meteor Swarm, because it's just a much more fun spell. Invulnerability and Meteor Swarm. Fantastic. Let's see how much damage Meteor Swarm does, shall we? I think it's 20d6 fire and bludgeoning. Meteor Swarm. 20d6 fire and 20d6 bludgeoning. Let's see how that works, shall we? Let's do this against a creature that doesn't have any resistances. Let's see what happens when I roll 40d6s on D&D Beyond. Are we ready, kids? Yeah, that seems about the right number. 122 damage. I like it. 122 damage to almost anything in this adventure just kills it outright. So I guess, you know, it's just power word kill in an area, effectively. Yeah. I think these characters will do well on the Lamop speedrun, all one word. So let's clear out the most and least favored race and class combos here. And let's check this. So our next thing that I need to make characters for is going to be Keep on the Borderlands, but that's a level 1 Pathfinder thing. So I'm just going to use the characters from the beginner game for that. The Tristan Lewis Memorial Battle Royal has characters already for it. I've got a big stack of 4E pre-gens. Punk's been dead since 79. I'm going to have everybody make their characters at lunch, basically. That's going to take, 5 minutes per person, basically. So overall, I think we might be done. Maybe I swap out this Magic Arena drafts for more Keep on the Borderlands. Like, just extend this to be all day. We'll see how that goes. I think having a big Pathfinder event that just goes all day would be pretty cool for a lot of viewers. I don't know. Viewers, what are you thinking? What immediately comes to mind for you? Let me know in the comments. So I think that's going to be all I need to do for today. Well, I'm glad that you had fun there, Swappy Shoppy, my good friend there. And I'm glad that you were doing fishing sims on New World. So what I'm going to do here is I'm probably going to kill it for today. And then I'm going to do next Sunday, Saturday, Monday. One of the days in the next week is just going to be me doing the entire conversion for Keep on the Borderlands to 2nd edition Pathfinder. Because I have Keep on the Borderlands, both the 5e version, the 4e version, the 2e version, and the basic D&D version. As well as we did their Goodman Games put out the full 5e revision, so it won't be that hard for me to convert. I'll just need to do basically all of the encounters into the encounter builder. So that'll be interesting. It's been great hanging out with y'all. Remember, JephCon is not this coming weekend, but the weekend after that, the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of October. We will be starting festivities at 2 p.m. on Friday. Maybe a little earlier if everybody gets here. But we're planning on 2 p.m. on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday is going to be noon to 8. By the end of it, my voice will have completely given out. So, we'll make it work. I appreciate y'all coming out. I hope the rest of your day goes well. And we will... Oh, let's check and see if we've made any money here. Let's go to the JephCon website, jephcon.org. Let's check and see. We've had one donation so far. Oh, wait, it's going to do that thing where it just plays my stream inside my stream and we get recursiveness. So that's fun. Anyway, go to jephcon.org. Check it out. Links in the doobly-doo, etc. We're raising money for To Write Love on Her Arms. They are one of my favorite charities. They are great human beings. Let's try to break those records. Let's break last year's record at the very least, because, last year it was the second month into a pandemic. This year, we've had about 18 months to adjust to the hellscape that is real life, so I'm hoping everybody's gainfully employed again at this point. If you're able to donate, great. If you're not able to donate, I totally understand. Come back, watch me make a fool of myself. It'll be great. So, with all that being said, thank you again. Peace out, friends.